EDC is an incredible asset for Sandpoint, especially if we want to have the economic diversity we need for our future generations.
EDC is an opportunity for me as a business person to learn what other businesses are doing, how they're working, and I get advice from them and help from them, and I'm able to give advice and help back to those other businesses. So the EDC is wonderful.
My family moved here 125 years ago and set down roots, and that's a pretty common story. I'm actually a fifth generation member of Sandpoint. Lighthouse began with the Lighthouse Restaurant in Hope, Idaho. The company's in all 50 states. We're in every Canadian province, and we have some presence in Mexico. We have 500 employees between two facilities, one here in Sandpoint and one in Lowell, Michigan. I had the opportunity to work wherever I wanted. I've chosen to move back to Sandpoint just because it is home, and it is such a beautiful place. Once you're here, you sink roots, and my roots are just deep. It's much easier nowadays than it was in the past to have all of the luxuries of life, though. We have an airport within a short distance, travel is easy. Our biggest natural resources are our lake, our mountains. My family likes to say there may be places as beautiful, but there's nowhere more beautiful.
I started as an accounting supervisor, then I became the chief financial officer, and 5 years ago became the chief executive officer. The really great thing about Bonner General is that we deliver services to every age. We deliver babies, have a great pediatric department, take care of the middle age, and then also geriatrics. We've got about 52 physicians on our active medical staff, which for our community is, that's a huge number. And again, it's because people want to live here. Our longevity is unbelievable. As a matter of fact, this year when we gave out our employee awards, we had one 45-year employee. We take care of each other. You know, the whole thing about a village raising a child is really true here in Sandpoint, because I think it's everybody kind of looks out for everybody else and everybody's family. It's a wonderful life here.
Quest was established originally by a couple of visionaries, one involved in designing aircraft and one involved in serving missionaries around the world. The goal was to build this jet aircraft that burned jet fuel, but was able to get in and out of all these very short strips that were carved into the jungle, on top of hills, into mountainsides, on beaches that the mission aviation people used. So Sandpoint was an important piece of the puzzle for us, being able to have access to an excellent runway facility, being able to buy land and adjacent to the airport and have access, what they call through the fence access taxiway onto the runway. The BC EDC quickly recognized the value of the manufacturing nature of what we were doing, the diversity of jobs that it brought to the community, the variety of different levels of people, from assembly people through engineering professionals, manufacturing, planning professionals, just a variety of different kinds of people coming here. And so that was a good diversity of jobs coming into Sandpoint. So we're very excited about working with them. Sandpoint also provides, obviously, a very attractive place for our employees to come. So when we invite someone here to interview for a job, it can be a really exciting time. Winter, summer, spring, fall, doesn't matter. So a lot of interesting and exciting things going on here. Sandpoint's been a wonderful place to be. We look forward to being here for a long time.
My wife and I first found out about Sandpoint from her family.
My husband Charles and I were living in Washington, D.C. at the time. We just decided we were kind of done with the big city for a while and wanted to try something different.
The big life, small town concept was a big one for us. And when we arrived here, I continued to do what I was presently doing and ended up having really the kind of new idea behind PlayXpert. And PlayXpert's the company I'm running today. PlayXpert is a technology platform for PC gamers that allows the PC gamer to stay in their game environment and provide a series of different multitasking capabilities. So, we do it all here from this totally nondescript building in the middle of Sandpoint, Idaho. And everyone who we work with is either in San Francisco or in LA or all these major cities. And I think that it's a perfect kind of place to incubate interesting ideas.
I have a graphic design business, and I primarily focus on print design with, maybe 40% of the work is web design. And I have clients from other areas in the country where we've lived. And so the nice thing about that is that I maintain these long-term relationships with clients that I've had, for many years. And I'm able to do it from a place where I love to live, and I can sort of escape from the commute and a lot of the issues that you have in a larger city. One of the really neat things about being in Sandpoint is just the lifestyle that you have recreationally.
I love having a boat. I love having the lake accessible within a block of our office. And I love that I walk to work. I love that I walk home from work, and that walk takes roughly 7 minutes.
We often think, people have no idea how great it could be. And every time we drive across that long bridge and get home, we feel like we've pulled the wool over somebody's eyes and we get to be here.
Panhandle State Bank originated here in Sandpoint. When I came on with the bank, it was a good-sized bank for me to come into, but at the same time, I knew that I would want to be able to duplicate that larger institution or a regional institution throughout Idaho, but still keeping the community flair and making sure that dollars from every community go right back into those communities and not just growing for growth's sake. My vision for not only the bank here, but also for Sandpoint and for Bonner County, is to be able to continue to grow, but stay very small. I think we all like the small town atmosphere that we have. The quality of life that we have here within our company and what we have in the environment around us is absolutely priceless. And it was a great opportunity for my family and for my boys to be able to grow up in a place where they can enjoy the outdoors and have a great education within this area. The one thing that really differentiates Sandpoint and invigorates my day is that I go to work, but I'm still on vacation. It is very healthy from a mental and a physical standpoint to be able to work in this type of environment.
I think they're probably I am very lucky, and very few people can say that they can get up and go water skiing in the morning, and then when you're all done water skiing, take your boat into work.
I had been involved in the ski industry for pretty much my whole life, about 30 years. Just at a point in my life where things became sort of routine back in New Hampshire, but it was just time for us to do something totally different. In the beginning I was like, Schweitzer, Sandpoint, what is that? Before we made the move, we visited the local school system, we met with the teachers, the principal at the high school, and again, just to make sure the transition was right. And in hindsight, it worked out to be the best move we've ever made. We have about 750 employees during the height of our season. And when you start to think about what we offer to the community, not just the recreational opportunities, but really the employment opportunities, from finance to retail to food and beverage, it's been spectacular. I think service is one of our key differentiators here. We've been recognized on a national level. There's a benchmark called your Net Promoter Score. We've been #1 for the last 2 years in a row. That's #1 in North America. Oh, it's just amazing, the opportunities are here 12 months a year. But certainly the life I want now and for the rest of my life here. It's gonna be great. Watching the sunset from the back of the house with a glass of wine is just over the top.
Bonner County Economic Development Corporation is a steward of our community. We're committed to maintaining the delicate balance in between economic diversity and our unique quality of life. We want to make sure that our kids and grandkids have the same opportunities that we enjoy. and we need everyone's help to make sure our vision becomes a reality.